Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, and this home for sale. We're out here in Henderson today, and I have this amazing home that's basically brand new, just about a year and a half old, and we're here in a gated community. We have a 3-car garage, a NextGen Suite. The home itself, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and that NextGen Suite has its own kitchen, its own laundry facility, and just a great home. I actually remember touring these when they were starting to build the neighborhood. Well, neighborhood's completely sold out, and they sold out fast. So rare opportunity to own a home in this neighborhood right here off Horizon Ridge. We're at 195 Vander Ridge Street, Henderson, Nevada 89012, one of the more popular and most expensive zip codes in all of Henderson. Listed for $879. You get 3,067 square feet of living space. We're on this corner lot, and yeah, a lot to see here, lots of upgrades. So we're going to tour this home top to bottom, take a look, find out if it's the perfect, almost new home for you today. Follow me inside. All right, everyone, here we are. Henderson, Nevada 89012, just outside of Las Vegas, about 20 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip, about 30 minutes from Summerlin, and we have this modern style 2-story home on a corner lot with a pool-sized yard, NextGen Suite, 3-car garage. These homes built by Lennar in 2024. Neighborhood is sold out. It's sold out very quickly because of location and just the style of home. I love the angles, what they do to these roofs for Lennar here. And then you have the stonework elevation, beautiful color, paver driveway, ultra wide driveway. We are in the gated community, modern landscape, pavers wrapping up and around. We're gonna sneak over this way real quick, so I want to show you the door going into the NextGen Suite. It does have its own private entrance. You can see a gate going out back here, and then yeah, that's the door. It's gonna go right into that NextGen Suite, and they also have access into the garage here. Very convenient, little extra things here. One other thing I wanted to show you, the TAEX, basically pest control system. Now what this is lines run all the way through the home, and they have little holes in them. Pest control comes out, they hook up a hose, and it sprays basically inside of the walls throughout the home. Sounds like a good idea, and I personally don't like to spray inside. I just like a nice perimeter on the outside. No bugs come in. I think you're good to go. Where are the bugs going to come from? With this system though, kind of a cool system, a nice system. Will keep the bugs out of your house. The only issue I have with it, there's only one company authorized to use this system in all of Las Vegas. It's called Home Team. Nothing against them. They do a great job, I'm sure. However, it's your only option. So if you have this system, you have to use them, and they are a little bit pricey. So thought I would point that out. PVB valve, gas meter here. Yeah, not a huge fan of, it's not that I don't like Home Team. I'm just not a huge fan of not having options. You know, it'd be nice if there's 2 or 3 companies that could use that system. Seems like you're kind of stuck either using them or you just have a system you paid for. They're on all the Lennar homes that you can't use. That's going to be your sensor to turn on and off your address light out here and your carriage lights on the home. I say carriage lights, but they're more in the form of these recessed LEDs here. And you don't have control of those on Lennar homes. I wanted to point that out. It's becoming more popular with newer construction not to have control over those lights. That way when you drive down the street in the neighborhood at night, all of their lights are on. Kind of a cool feature. And then you have the light right over the 195 there. Little courtyard area. And when you get the corner lot here, you kind of have this double wall situation. It looks nice, kind of interesting. but you know, I'm sure you could do something with plants or, you know, decor on that side. Then the pavers coming up to the home here, a little covered entry, 8-foot front door. A very soft green. And let's go inside and take a look. You do have the Schlage electronic keypad. And here we are inside. Got to put on my booties and we'll get started. All right, so here we are walking inside of the home. If it's your first time here, I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas, local licensed realtor here. Bringing you as many home tours as possible every week, every day if I can. You don't want to miss them. Hit that subscribe button down there. It'll keep you posted on all of the videos and home tours I put up. Who knows, I may just tour your perfect home. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up before we get started down there, help support me and my channel. So we have bright white interior doors white walls, upgraded interior doors here. You can see the paneling there. Very nice. And immediately to the right as we walk in, we'll go ahead and check out this garage. Very tall garage here. Not a ton of light. Let me see if I can just get a little more light in here. Oh, wrong one. Try to get a little more light. So semi-unfinished garage. It looks like the homeowners probably painted the walls because typically you either get this or that. I've never seen both. But they mud and drywall and all you have to do is paint. I will point out if you paint raw drywall, you're going to need a nice primer or it's just going to suck up the paint. So just keep that in mind if you are painting a raw garage door or garage walls here. About 10 feet on the garage ceiling height, so very tall garage. You have your water shutoffs, water pressure valve. That's your fire sprinkler pressure. So you see that it's pressurized. Also, the fire sprinkler drain is up in there as well. That is not a faucet. And yeah, very tall garage doors, tall garage here. In general, you can see the extra cement around the edges, is the extra height in here, which is really nice. Could do some overhead storage. Then this is that door going right out to the NextGen entrance over there. Big water heater in the corner. You have the water softener loop, so easy to add a water softener. And then, yeah, huge tank here. Gas, you have your T-trap. You have your expansion tank up top. So yeah, everything we want to see here. And of course, your 2 garage door openers. We'll close those. Head back inside. Upgraded railing. Now with Lennar, they say everything's included. Not so much these days. They do have a few more options, but they do include upgraded railings like this. They kind of put it into the price, but flooring typically is an option with Lennar, and they've gone with tile throughout the downstairs. So very nice flooring, these long rectangular wood look planks. Couple windows to the side. They do have a doggy door here. And this is going to be, I believe, either black or a very, very, very dark blue. I think it's black, but it almost looks like the darkest blue you could imagine. We're going to have the NextGen Suite through here with its own kitchen. Kitchen to the home is going to be over here. We're going to start upstairs. 3,067 square feet. So carpet on the stairs. And you can see they've done these accent walls throughout the home. And as we turn, you can see more of this railing here and into this large loft. Really big loft here, plenty of natural light with the windows. The sun's almost overhead. It's about 1:30 p.m. Out these windows, you just see more neighborhood, and you can see Black Mountain off there to the back. And then all across the side here is going to be McDonald Highlands. So multi-million dollar, $10 million, $15 million homes on the hill there. The other thing I wanted to point out, so these blinds, they are cordless. So you just lift it and they go right up, which is great because everyone's seen those cords that hang down, they get all twisted, they break. But what I wanted to show you, everyone's hearing about the high rises being built on the hill, and those are actually going to be right there. So you can see the two cranes. That's where they're starting to build those luxury high-rise condos over in McDonald Highlands. Kind of a cool thing. Those are multi-million dollar condos as well. Zoom back out here. Lennar typically has kind of a modern edge to it. Like, I like the way this wall looks here, and plenty of space in this upstairs loft. One more look around here and we'll keep moving. Thank you for being here today. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas. Off to the right, laundry room. So we have the third kind of flooring we'll see here. Another upgraded tile flooring. We have the washer and dryer. Washer, dryer, refrigerator will be included. GE profile. And I'd bet money it's gas. And it's gas. All right. Good thing I didn't lose money right there. And then check out this closet. So one thing Lennar is known for, huge spaces. Like this linen closet here. Just gigantic. It's kind of Lennar's thing. Another interesting Lennar feature is this switch right here. I don't know if you can hear that come on, but that circulates air up into the attic and down into this laundry room. I don't know why it's on a switch, and when you move into a Lennar, they tell you always leave that switch on. I don't know. I don't know much about it. You can do your own research. I'm just pointing it out. Back to the right here, we're going to have bedroom number 1. Looking towards the front of the home. Good sized bedroom. About 11 by 12 here. Ceilings feel very tall upstairs, which is a nice feature on a 2-story home. And they have these lights draped across. Let's plug them in. If I can. There we go. Oh, we got lights on. I got them flashing, I guess. So lights are already here. Maybe you have a child moving with you and they want a curtain of lights. Well, they're already here for you. Okay, I'm done playing. Let's keep moving. Walk-in closets. It's always great to see, and good size for sure for bedrooms here. Just builder grade, standard. Lennar does a lot of these recessed lights up here. You can always add a ceiling fan. Typically they are structurally sound for ceiling fans, even though there's only one switch. They say wired. What they really mean is structured. I mean, it is wired to a light, but they don't have separate switches, because what they tell you and what they assume is most ceiling fans nowadays have a remote, so you don't need the extra switches. I don't know if I fully agree, but you can most likely add ceiling fans. The other thing you can do is add pendant lights or different lights to where the recessed can light is. So like I've seen someone add, just kind of lights that are decor more than just the can. Kind of a cool feature. Seen that lately. And bathroom number 1. Corian countertops, undermount porcelain sinks, chrome faucets, big mirror going all the way across. Here especially a great place to add some pendant lights, kind of bring them down closer to the sink. Shaker style cabinets, dovetail, soft close. All right, chrome handles and pulls, more upgraded doors here. And the water closet, oversized. I didn't expect this to be that big. Pro flush, dual flush toilet, or Pro Flow dual flush. I can't say any of these words. Pro Flow dual flush. So you can pull it this way for number 1, push it that way for number 2, or vice versa. You just have to figure out what the code means on the side. Then very deep modern tubs with the fiberglass. All one piece, so gonna stay nice and clean, no grout lines. Love to see that. I'm always a fan of that. Big windows in this home too. Now will bring us back to bedroom number 2 here. 2 windows in this room, and about the same size as the other bedroom, maybe a touch bigger. Then you also have kind of this entryway as well, so it feels big, and then the big walk-in closet. I'm not seeing any coaxial or any Cat 6. Just thought I'd point that out. I think in the Wi-Fi days, maybe you don't need coaxial anymore. Just hang your TV on the wall. But even that, we don't have the floating plugs. So we will keep moving. Definitely feels like a Lennar home. They have a very specific feel. Double door into this primary bedroom. Very large primary bedroom here. Same color on the walls all the way around. Beautiful mountain views. You can see the mountains over the homes there. They do have Ecobee thermostats. I think there's at least 3 of those. Wi-Fi. We do have coaxial Cat 6 here with the plug floating, so that's where your TV is going to go. Then I'm assuming your bed's going to go kind of off center over here. Super large slider going out to this balcony. We'll take a quick peek out there. Looks like they're building an RV garage addition to the home over there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, really nice balcony out here. Got mountain views all the way across the back there. Mountains out this side. You can see a little bit of city. Yeah. And then overlooking the backyard. Just a sneak peek. We'll be down there in a moment. I believe it to be pool sized. You can make that decision when we get out there. Not going to get an Olympic swimming pool out there, but you're not going to get that anyways based on Clark County's water laws. So 600 square feet would be the maximum size of a pool permit these days, and they measure it very closely. Another toilet there, just a water closet here, and into this primary bathroom. So we have the same tile we saw in the laundry room there. Big rustic rectangle tile. Single piece shower tub combo. Very big soaker tub here. I do like that a lot. Kind of a modern look to it. Frosted glass on the windows. And the way they always, or the reason they always put the faucet like here instead of on that side, which kind of aesthetically might look better, is you don't want to have to reach all the way over, or sometimes you can't even reach to turn on the water. So typically they always have the water somewhere that's easy to reach. So you can turn it on right here. You can still step over, no problem. Not always the case, but a lot of the times. Upgraded shower head there with the wand. And again, all one piece here. This entire piece is all one all the way across. So this just kind of attaches to the top of it, but all one piece. So no grout lines. Oh, I was just kidding. Is there two pieces? Hard to say. There might be one grout line there where you see that thicker line. That all might be one piece, and then this is a second. Either way, minimum grout lines. Corian countertops, white shaker style cabinets. Almost look, they have a touch of gray in them. Comparing it to the top. Yeah, I think they just have a hint of gray, a very, very light gray. Undermount porcelain sinks, chrome faucets. Then you get your medicine cabinet mirror here. I think that was aftermarket. I don't think Lennar puts those in there. I'm having trouble spitting the words out today. I apologize. I'll just stop talking. We all know that's not happening. Big walk-in closet, of course. Lennar and their big closets. So plenty of space in here. The home, 3,067 square feet. Listed for $879. That's $287 a square foot for a brand basically new home. Only a year and a half old with a NextGen Suite. Pretty good. In 89012. We're at 195 Vander Ridge Street. If you want to look it up, the MLS number 271-4084. And we'll keep moving. 6,534 square foot lot. Now, if you're wondering what the taxes are on something like this, because it is a newer home, $7,889 a year. So very inexpensive compared to a lot of places. So we do have low taxes, property tax that is. So over here to the left, we're going to have the half bath. So pretty standard, good size though. Pretty simple. I love the height of the ceilings. Into the NextGen. So not just your average NextGen or casita. I mean, there's a lot of bonuses in here. First of all, you have separate entrance. You can come in. You could lock this door completely, probably from either side if you wanted. So this could be a separate living area completely. Whoever lives here can come in from this side. They also have access to the garage, which is great. And then you have this family room. You see the coaxial, the Cat 6, your plug up high for your floating TV. And then here you're going to have area for a little kitchen nook or a breakfast table. So you have your table, your couch, your TV. So a whole living space here, and then the full kitchen. Well, not full kitchen. We're missing a stove or oven, but you do have the microwave here. Quartz countertops, shaker style cabinets, and then you have basically a full-size refrigerator. Might be a touch smaller. And Coca-Cola for life. Stainless single basin sink here, Moen faucet. Plenty of cabinets. Yeah, nice little living quarters here. Could easily do a little hot plate so you could cook some things if you didn't want to use the microwave. And we'll keep moving. This will be the bathroom. So 3/4 bath here. Same kind of setup we've seen in the other bathrooms. Three-quarter shower, all fiberglass, one piece again. This one I'm pretty sure is all one piece. I'm looking at it and the double. I had to take a double look there. or double take to make sure, because on the last one, you know what happened in that other room. Yeah, big glass sliding doors. Good looking bathroom. And into this bedroom here. And again, in here you have the Cat 6 and the plug up high with the coaxial. So nice to see that. Looking out back with the big window. So really good sized bedroom for this NextGen. Now, when you do have the NextGen in the 2-story home downstairs, we have the washer and dryer here as well. The stacker units. And is it gas? Well, let's find out. Hope it's gas. Would appear to be electric. I wish it was gas. Maybe, wait. I don't see any gas lines. That's all right though, because you're not doing like huge loads. It's just kind of a, 1 or 2 person deal there. But a big walk-in closet. And great that you have the laundry facilities here. But when you do have a NextGen in a 2-story home, it does take up a lot of the space downstairs. I mean, it kind of cuts the downstairs area in half. So just something to think about. Now, typically this might just be a dining room or something, and maybe you'd have a bedroom downstairs. So maybe you're not losing a ton of space, but just something to think about. And then we do have, looks like storage under the stairs here as well. Yeah, cool. So some long-term storage there. Not sure why the casita guests get the storage. Might have put this door on that side. You know what I mean? I'm just nitpicking. It's perfectly fine. Out here into this big living area. So I think this might be your dining room right here. And kind of your family room over there. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, that makes sense to me. Another reason why staging is so great, because you can kind of see the spaces defined. But yeah, I think a dining table here. Yeah. And then it's not like you have to walk straight this way. I mean, you can just go around the dining table. But I think that makes sense if you do want kind of formal dining. And then this is your family room here. Or your great room. So you have your, again, your TV set up there on the wall nice and high. If you're going to paint a wall really dark, paint the wall behind the TV. It's going to make the colors pop. It's going to contrast better. Just overall looks better. That's why theaters are dark. But yeah, paint that back wall dark behind your TV if you're going to do that. Now they did these over here. I kind of like the look. Looks like they just left this side wall here and that side wall over there white, and the rest is in this darker color. But I think it looks great with kind of the contrast of the cabinets. Really big slider. We have the ceiling fan overhead. And then this is going to be the pantry here. Kind of sneaks back on either side. Just a nice recent reach-in pantry. Plenty of shelving, some taller stuff on the bottom, maybe on top there. I said refrigerator was included. Must just be the one in the NextGen area because there's no refrigerator here clearly. You do have room for some stools across the front here. Beautiful quartz countertops with the copper and silver veining. Thinking we are going to have a vent up here going to the exterior. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. GE profile appliances. Large single basin sink here, modern style faucet with the hose. Stainless dishwasher, also GE. That's going to be your kitchen there for you. Nice looking home. I like the NextGen Suite. If you're looking for a NextGen Suite on a 2-story, not that common. but you have it here. We're going to check out this backyard in just a moment. I guess this is kind of your kitchen nook area for a small breakfast table if you wanted like a casual bite. I think that would be over in this area. And I saw this on the wall and I pushed it. To see what it was, and it's a retracting backyard cover, patio cover. The home is facing east, so to the west, you're gonna have the sun kind of come over this way. So maybe that's to stop the sun, but that thing goes all the way out there. Wow. I can't get it to go back. There we go. Wow, that covers almost the whole backyard. That's pretty wild. So yeah, you have your retractable awning there. And let's go out back and see what else is going on out here. So you have this covered patio going all the way across. You can see it's semi-narrow. It's where that balcony was, which is probably why they added this piece here. But they have done the turf throughout the backyard. Now, when you buy a new home in an HOA, typically you have 1 year to get rid of the dirt. So a lot of people just opt for just rock. Looks like they had the dog run out here because that doggy door is over there. But you're getting an AC unit that's going to last probably another 20 years. And then, you know, they've just done the turf already. You could definitely do a nice pool out here. I'll tell you where I would put the pool. They've even run the drains, so they did this right. Good looking carpet or turf out here. Little paver area here in the corner. And steps going out to that gate. That's where that NextGen Suite was. Now, if I did a pool, I'd have it kind of go around this edge here and then come up this way, I believe, because you have a little bit of a wider space. Doesn't look like it here, but you have probably 10, 12 feet on this side over here. So you could kind of make it wrap out and around. A lot of the times you have to be 4 feet from the wall. It's either 3 or 4 feet from any wall or any pillar, from what I understand, but I'm not a contractor. You have a gas stub here for your gas grill. And I think we've seen it all, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas. If you want to see any home in Las Vegas, Henderson, Summerlin, give me a call. I have access to all of them. I'd love to help you out. Buy, sell, invest. Today, tomorrow, next week, next decade, let me know. Give me a thumbs up down there if you like my tour. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you.